Our headliner this evening is Chris the Brain Hoyt. Chris the Brain has worked as a marketing consultant for dozens of companies, including startups, both funded and bootstrapped. He talks about the hidden guiding principles of innovation that play a large part in predetermining the success of new idea or startup. While all ideas may seem equal at first, a hindsight look at famous successes and failures reveals some common patterns. For indeed, there is such a thing as a stupid idea. Let's welcome Chris the Brain to the Spark stage.
Thank you. All right, everyone. I got to tell you, I got a great idea tonight, okay? And you're the first to hear about it. It's an idea for a new company. It's going to be big, okay? I can't tell you too much. You got to sign an NDA first. But here's the thing. Like, I showed it to my brother's, uncle's, friend's cousin. Sorry about that. And and he said he would totally buy it, okay? Now, I haven't made it yet. I just need some investment money. I'm hoping I just need like $100,000, okay? And I'd totally give you equity, like 5%. We're talking the ground floor. This thing's going to be big. I can't tell you too much. Here's a clue, though. It's like Uber, but for avocados. Okay? Yeah. You want to get in on this. So how many of you have had this conversation with someone at some point here? All right. Excellent. So what I want to talk tonight about, there's a gap between these. All right. So there's a very common statistic, 90% of startups fail. There's a lot of business coaches will have things to say about it, like, well, they didn't have enough money, they didn't plan things right, on and on and on. I'm here to say a lot of these fail because they were stupid. So what I want to talk about tonight is there are bad ideas. Oops. How can we tell the difference between a good idea and a bad idea? What is the difference between innovation, indulgence, and delusion? So, on the evidence that there are bad ideas, I just want to cover a few of these, right? Hair mayonnaise. It's when you really love mayonnaise, but you just can't eat anymore. You got to find a new way to intake it. Diet water. For those of you that just feel too much guilt drinking the normal bottled water, we now have diet water. Picnic pants. These are real things, by the way. Forget how they look. When you have to go eat outdoors, you'll feel superior. DVD rewinder. Never get caught returning a DVD without it being rewinded. We all hate those fees. That one just kind of speaks for itself. So I want to talk about some common mistakes in coming up with business ideas here. So the first one is monetization is not a business strategy. Okay? So you've figured out how to charge someone for something. Good for you. You can do math. That doesn't mean you have a good business idea. I think one of the biggest things that just gets me is that people think once they, you know what, here's the thing. I can do this avocado for Uber's thing, and I just need every subscriber to pay me $5 a month. That's it. So I get 100,000 users and I'm in the money. Okay? But is it worth $5 a month to them is the question, right? How many of you have heard about this? So this is the Juicero. So this was a pretty notorious startup recently. Let me explain this real quick. So this device, the juicer, costs $700, and the packs that go in it cost $10. And when all the users finally got their first juicer in their first pack, they realized I can squeeze the pack into the cup myself. The $700 juicer didn't do anything other than squeeze the pack into the cup. Now, thankfully, they did get sued, So that's a happy ending for a bad idea. Another mistake is too little functionality for too much money. Meaning that technically, yes, it's kind of a good idea, but it's not really worth it. Strawberry slicers. These little kitchen gadgets that you pick up, might use once, at a Sur La Table. This is why you don't shop at like Williams and Sonoma drunk, right? So, because you walk out with this kind of crap. But this isn't going to go anywhere. It's kind of a fun, unless you really love strawberries, right? Probably one of the biggest reasons businesses fail, though, is deal breakers. Meaning that you've gone really far, but there's just this one thing, and you can't ignore it. Here, my favorite example are Wow chips. How many people remember these? So this was a great idea. Fat-free potato chips. Okay? You can have all the chip you want and none of the guilt. The problem is you can't go to the bathroom later, or you have to too much. It's like one of the two. Either way, you pay for it later. So much so that it just wasn't worth it for anyone. This is also one of those times where companies bought their own marketing a little too much. Because they said, we tested this. A serving size of potato chips never hurt anybody. Who eats a serving size of potato chips? Everyone, and you just gave them fat-free chips. What did you think was going to happen? All right. So what makes a good idea? Value. But specifically, okay. Here's kind of the general equation for value, okay? The time you save someone, the positive experience, the utility or the relevance of your product, minus the cost, the effort, the upkeep, and the obstacles. And just to support this, here's some common phrases you've probably said before. I can't believe I just wasted 2 hours of my life on this. Every time you go see a bad movie, ooh, Chris, he just said Solo. It's got to go down. Because think about it, a movie, we're losing time. We're supposed to get in trade for that a positive experience. If we don't, we feel really bad. I want to buy it, but I just can't justify buying it. Meaning that we kind of want it, but it's just the value's not there. I wish I could switch, but it doesn't do what I need to do, right? The deal breakers. So why do we chase bad ideas? Well, the biggest reason is because when we buy, we are judging things by their value. But when we sell, we're judging things by how we feel. And the best example I've had of that is this little comic strip. I'll let you just take a minute. I can judge everyone's reading level by the time of the laugh. It's great. Anyways, Mr. Kidney here making his kidney stones, those are very precious to him. He spent time making those, but nobody else wants them. But that's what happens. We overvalue the things we do because they mean more to us. They took more of our time. They took more of our effort. So we don't clearly perceive their value to other people. So great ideas require listening to your customers, constant iteration, attention to detail, humility, which I have a lot of. It's fine. And persistence. So real quick, 2 phrases I want you to walk away with. I have a handout here that you can all leave and read more about, but 2 phrases I want you to keep in mind. Every idea or product should go through this. Market alignment. It means refining your product to fit the needs of the market. So the work it takes to actually have your product fit into where the market already is. And the next one is productization. That means taking services and making them more of a product by defining a process and outcome. So people feel like services aren't just ambiguous and unending. They have more of a product feel to them. So this is the work that we have to put into ideas to get them to be something that bring value to other people. And if we don't take a step back as we look at our own things and look at them from other people's point of view and think, is this really bringing the value to other people to justify it, then what we're going to do is be constantly just frustrated and feeling dejected because it's like, why isn't this working? I made these kidney stones. I worked really hard on them. So I want to leave you today with the overarching phrase, the thing you can remember this whole presentation. All ideas suck until they don't.
Don't delay. Get your ticket for the next Sparks event today.